tequila. Hello, good people, and welcome. Thank you for joining me. It's Nameless here again. Obviously, this is Nameless Notion, so that's what you're watching. If you didn't know, now you do. This is number 15, and I've gotten into a little bit of tequila. That's why I was singing that little bullshit song just now. Probably mangled it because I wasn't really trying to do anyway. So yeah, just came in to check in with y'all. I've been trying to do it weekly. I mean, the goal is to get an episode out every Friday, but I mean, obviously today is Saturday. So yeah. If you didn't already know, we dropped a video on Thursday at 4:20. It was dabbing. It's a remix of the classic Bob Marley song, Jammin'. I mean, I just wanted to do that for fun. No disrespect to Bob. I don't think I'm better than him or anything like that. It's just doing fun. Just because I like dabs and I think smoking weed connects you with the soul and with the Lord Almighty. And, you know, I don't think Bob Marley would disagree with that. But I don't know for sure. It doesn't matter. It's not about Bob. I love Bob Marley. I love this song. I wanted to remix it for fun. And I like dabs. And that's what I made the song about. So yeah, if you haven't already watched that video, go watch it now. Or later after you're watching this one. Who cares? Anyway, so, got a little bit of tequila here. Made myself a margarita. Fat margarita. Yeah, medicinal healer. I penned these heaters while I was sipping these fat margaritas. Ooh, because that's how it comes. I love tequila. I mean, it's like, not that I want to live my life drinking tequila, but that is probably one of my drinks of choice. If I were to, you know, go to a bar and be like, well, what's your usual, man? Tequila. You know, margarita. Not always margarita, but tequila. I think that's the one that really, you know, doesn't fuck me up the most, but it still gives me a happy, enjoyable buzz. But that's not what this show is about. This show is not about liquor. I just like to drink during the show because it's nice to get fucked up with you people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to have a good time during the show so that you can do that with me. Even if you don't have any substance of your own to get you fucked up right now, I mean, take a toast with me. Even if it's just a deep breath. I mean, you can breathe while I drink, you know? Just do it in spirit. Pretend that you're getting fucked up with me. Not fucked up like intoxicated. I mean fucked up like you are disrupting the system's control over you with mind-altering substances, mind-altering practices. Whether you're consuming or meditating or anything like that, what you really want to do is break free of the system. That's not the main message of Nameless music or of from me, but that's one of the things that I like. I'm all preachy about. You know, if you know me in real life, you know I talk about this shit all the time. Probably a broken record when it comes to talking about how the world is fucked up. Now, I don't believe in any one conspiracy. Like, I don't believe in the Illuminati or the Masons or this and that, blah, blah, blah. But I do believe that there's something wrong with the world. If you're here right now with me, that's because you're supposed to be. You're here for a reason. You're here to get the message. Not any one specific message, but many messages. You're here to learn. You're here to gain some knowledge. Maybe I can share with you what I know. And one of the things that I know, what I'd like to talk about right now, is that the world is fucked up. There is something wrong with the world. Donald Trump is president in the United States. And now, I'm not against Donald Trump as a person. I think he's probably a nice man if you were to meet him in person. But I don't think that he should be leading the country like... And I don't want to get into the political aspects of that and the implications of blah, blah, blah. You're a Republican or Democrat and blah. No, it's not about that. I'm just saying that he is not the best choice to be leading one of the most powerful countries in the world. There are better choices out there. There are more intelligent people out there. And I mean, like, I don't need to get into Donald Trump because it's really not about him. He's not the worst thing that's wrong with the world. Quite honestly, like I said, I think he's probably a nice guy. He's not the worst choice for America, but he's not the best. And I don't even know why I brought him up. Trump is not the issue here. The issue is that there's something wrong with the world. And that fact, please forget that I mentioned Trump. Because a lot of people believe that Trump is trying to fight against what's wrong with the world. And part of me in my heart believes that. And like, I don't believe it 100%, but I'm hopeful for it. I hope that that's true. I mean, if it is true, good. Fuck yeah, we got a president in the White House that's against the system. Go Trump, fuck yeah. But we don't know for sure. Nobody knows. Nobody really knows what anybody's agenda is. And fuck, I'm getting off topic. My point is, there's something wrong with the world. We don't know what's wrong with the world, but we can feel it when we look out our window. It's like what Morpheus said in The Matrix. You can feel it when you turn on your television, when you do your taxes, when you help your landlady carry out her garbage. You feel like there's this world that's been pulled over your eyes that blind you from the truth, that you are a slave. And not a slave for money, but a slave for energy. Your energy, your essence, your time is taken from you in exchange for the things you consume on a day-to-day basis in order to be part of the monetary system of capitalism, of communism, or whatever system you are part of, whatever country you live in, whatever government system you live underneath. Your time, energy, and essence is taken from you through that system. And it's not to say that everybody in the system is against you. It's saying like everybody with the government job is part of the conspiracy. That's not true. Most people don't realize that the system even exists. It's there without them knowing it. The system was there before we were here. That's the whole problem here. There's some sort of matrix system that we're living inside of that was here before us, or that came about without us knowing it. I mean, we human beings might have been here first, but the system was here before our current culture and society came about. And that system is what's running the show. And like I said a few minutes ago, I don't believe in the Masons, the Illuminati, or any one particular conspiracy, because I think there's not enough evidence to prove that all those are actually legitimate. I mean, most likely those are wild goose chases put out as disinformation by the real world elite to keep us distracted. I mean, they give out just enough information, just enough tidbit, little hints and bits of information that make you think that you're finding the truth, and you spend years and years and years researching all of these things, and you go nowhere. Like with the Illuminati or the Masons. I mentioned those two specifically because I spent years chasing after those two cultures and societies to find out that they do actually exist, but they're not running the world. They're just clubs. They're just fucking clubs for people where they go and do weird shit together. Like, they're not running the entire world. In fact, what I've found in my research, and I might be wrong, but currently my leading theory about what's wrong with the world is that there's nobody running the show. The real problem is that people are a bit cuckoo in the brain. Is that there's several, I mean, when I say several, I mean like 50 or 60, maybe over 100 different secret societies of groups of people in power with money and influence, cartels, banks, governments, mafias, all those types. They're all working together, and also working against each other. I mean, most likely they're working against each other. I think the majority of these different groups and societies are all kind of fighting against each other for power. It's this huge fucking circle where, like, somebody controls like one group controls this group, and then they control another group, and then they control another group, and then it goes around. Like the banks control the mafia controls the drugs control the people control the market controls the money controls the banks control the ball. It's like, and that's not the actual circle, it's not in that specific order, but it's that type of circle where this group controls this group, and then they control another group, and it all circles back around to where, like, everybody controls somebody else, and nobody is really at the top. There is no pyramid structure where there's like one secret society all at the top controlling everything. It's more like this fucking flatline structure, kind of like Game of Thrones, where there's multiple factions all fighting over complete control, but nobody's succeeded in gaining complete control, and nobody ever will, because people are fucking batshit nuts. And say, like, I don't mean that offensively. When I say that all people are crazy, I don't mean that in a bad way. I think craziness is where the most beautiful art comes from. It's where consciousness comes from. It's where love comes from. I mean, like, don't take what I'm saying literally. I don't mean that psychosis causes consciousness or love. I just mean that these behaviors in human beings, like love and intelligence and consciousness and society, they're abnormal compared to animals. I mean, that's like this, we're wacky, very silly creatures that do all this funny, crazy, weird shit, and some of it's good, some of it's bad. And like, a lot of the bad shit turns into secret societies and cults and gangs and mafias, and like, these are the groups of people that are trying to control everybody else, because that's what they want. They want to run the show because they think they're in charge. They think the whole world's about them. It's their ego. So, like, I said this years ago, back when I did, like, Nameless Notions episode 2, and it's shameful that it's taken me years to get to episode 15. I should be episode 500 by now. Whatever. But, like, ego. Ego is the problem. You should live in love and let go of ego. That's why I've been preaching about love and living to the fullest, but in love, for the last several videos, is I think that's the most important thing that anybody can do in order to break out of the system and break free of the control that other people are trying to impose on you, MK Ultra and conspiracy and all that kind of shit. In order to get out of that mind control that's going on around you, you got to live in love. Love will defeat that control over you, because when you live in love and you do your own thing, that comes right from you, right from your heart, right down here. And so that heart, that's where all your energy is. That's where your essence is. That's where your love comes from, both the organ and the metaphorical heart. I mean, your heart is like where you want to draw your power from. And when I say power, I mean real power, like superhero type shit. Go out and be a badass right now because you are. Draw power from the heart and change the world like an amazing person that no one's ever seen before. Like, why don't we do some crazy, surrealistic type actions, live out those type of dreams? I think every single person on the planet should do that. Not just like, oh, do that because it'll make your life better, it'll be happy, you live out your dreams, hooray for fantasy. No, I mean, do that. Every person on the planet, all 7 billion of us, are obligated to do that, to live in love and fulfill your dreams so that you can break out of the system. If there's something wrong with the world, we should be trying to fix it. And in my opinion, in order to fix this horrific problem that we call the system, the matrix, whatever the control, the conspiracy, blah 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 blah, whatever the problem is, my opinion is that the solution is love and fulfillment of dreams. We live in love, fulfill our dreams, do what we want to do, live to the fullest, express your inner essence at the most powerful level possible, and that will counteract the negative energy that the system puts forth. And I hope to dear God that I conveyed this information in a way that you can understand, and will work on my language skills and my conveying skills and my intellectual knowledge deep in here, so that I can speak to you. And now we're getting into a Christopher Walken impression, just for the fun of it, because I like to do a little Chris from time to time. Not saying that I do Chris. Me and him are not sexually connected. Wouldn't that be a funny story if you found out that I had sex with Christopher Walken? Maybe. Who knows? I don't want to, but it's a funny thought. I just thought I'd make you laugh there at the end, because I went into some very deep intellectual notions here in Nameless Notions, episode 15. We'll call this one a break out of the matrix or the system, something like that. But you know, in order to make the best chicken sandwich, you have to use the free-range chicken. It's only the free-range chicken will satisfy you in all the ways that you want to be satisfied. No, I'm just kidding around. Don't forget that whole chicken sandwich thing. I'm just kidding. Alright. Fucking Matthew McConaughey, you bastard. You got me saying that shit. Alright, I'm gonna take a drink, have a toast to you people. Alright, there's one toast. And then another toast for the dead, because they're not here to toast with me. But they are here in spirit, or in the heart, or in thought. Somehow, they're with us still, you know. Don't feel bad about the dead that you've lost. They're still with us in some way, even just in your memory. But here's a toast for them, because they like that, you know. The last little thing I want to say. This whole thing about breaking out of the matrix. Some real shit. Even if the quote-unquote problem with the world is not specifically designated as a matrix. You can call it whatever you want, but there's something wrong with the world today in 2017. We need to fix this. I think every human being on the planet is obligated to take part in trying to fix this. in your own day-to-day life. Like, you don't have to fight the whole system as one person. Everybody agrees that you can't take down the system as one person. So when no one's done anything, they're like, well, I can't beat the system. Everybody sees what's wrong with the world. And you're absolutely right. One person cannot defeat the system alone. So don't try to do that. Try to live your life to the fullest outside of their control. Just break out of this system. You don't have to beat it. Just break out of it. And that's what I say. Last message. Let's end this on a note of inspiration, positivity. I want you to remember that nobody can stop you. Like I've said before, you are invincible. The love of your heart is unstoppable. Even if they kill you down, they can fucking strike you dead. And your love is still not done. Like, look at all the great heroes that have lived in the world. John Lennon, Martin Luther King. Their love is still working in the world. It's still performing miracles. People are still being inspired by the love that these people shared, even though that they were shot dead. So it's like, you can kill the body, but you cannot kill the soul. You cannot kill the love of the individual. Remember that. No matter what tries to stop you, no matter what bullshit, stupid circumstances try to get in your way, remember, you can kill the body, you can kill the mind, but you cannot kill the soul. They cannot stop you. No matter what happens, you are unstoppable. The love you share with the world is invincible. Don't doubt that. Don't think that's some cliche bullshit, or I'm talking out of my ass, or that this is some woo-hoo new age nonsense. Like, no, this is real. Look at the world today. Look at the heroes that tried to fix this world, that tried to do good in this world, that shared their love. Their love is still here. That's proof that love is everlasting. We're going to end it on that note. That every person here on the earth is obligated to break out of the system. So I say, do it in love. And if I'm wrong, let me be wrong, but don't deny the fact that there's something wrong with the world. Find your... Maybe what you should do is find your own way to break out of the system. Because like I said, I could be wrong. Maybe love isn't the answer. But whatever. Who gives a fuck what the answer is? We can work on finding the answer. Let's just acknowledge that there's a problem. Step one is acknowledging that there's a problem. Then we can work to fix it. Let's break out of the system. Fuck this system. So I say, fuck this system. Everybody with me say now, say, fuck this system! I mean, the bad system. I'm not saying that... You know what I mean. I'm saying the bad things, the corruption in the system, fuck it. You know what I mean. You know that this world needs to be fixed, needs to be solved. We don't need to tear the whole system down or sorry, I'm not trying to say anything negative. I'm trying to say something positive. So any room for misinterpretation is cut short. Fuck. I'm gonna take a dab because I'm starting to make no sense. I'm starting to say nonsense. I'm gonna do a few more, just because I haven't smoked in the last few videos, and I think I should, just for you people, just for you, those of you who need that in your life, somebody else smoking for you because maybe you can't. Oh, happy birthday to Bridget. You wanted me to shout you out, there I shouted you out. There you go. Happy birthday from Nameless to you. And, shit. Fuck. I want to keep ranting, but I need to stop because I'm gonna start. It's not gonna make it. I need to stop. Alright, so we'll end this now. Nameless Notions, signing off. He's your host, Nameless. I did a few dabs for you, did a few toasts for you. You know I love you. You know I'm out here doing this shit for you, not just for my own sake. I'm not just getting fucked up for me. I'm trying to spread the love, because that's what's important in this world. And also, fuck the system. Let's break out of the system together. Alright.